That bus has seen some miles, it's seen some times, you know, if the bus could talk. That bus has seen some miles, it's seen some times, you know, if the bus could talk. The fact that that bus went from as far northern Canada as almost Alaska, and all of a sudden, you know, a couple weeks later, we're chilling out and rolling on into Vegas. You know, that's a long journey. It's a lot of miles, a lot of good times.
DropIn means so much to me because of what it does for mountain biking. It's not like a mountain bike video section, it's more of a biography of what mountain biking is like on the road.
Who's the biggest dirtbag on the bus?
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
I'm gonna be all I can be.
Yo.
The guy is happy-go-lucky. That would be a way to describe Tyler. He's always just like, ee-haw, whether he's injured, whether he's not injured, he's just always stoked, super stoked. He's a cool dude. Did you see that little smile? Sometimes he can wake you up in the middle of the night. That could be irritating, but he's usually got something funny to say, so it's all good.
I think the biggest thing that Tyler threw down this year was definitely his double drop line at Rampage. Not the fact that either gap was the hugest thing, but combining both of those two together, and especially on his first day back, was really impressive how he maintained composure and was able to just step right into Rampage and kill it.
It's good to send something for a change.
Me and Dylan get along really well. From the beginning of the tour, that's kind of the guy who always just, you know, hung out with. Most of all, he's a mellow dude. He always says, yeah, I keep it mellow.
I think this year, the rider that impressed me the most and battled mostly through injuries and was out there shredding trails and streets just as hard was Dylan Tremblay.
Dreams, what are you waiting for? Feel the score deep in your center. Immaculate as the conception. Enter my dragon ways for so many days. I rope on a ship with a hull full of slaves. A foreign land, foreign mind, foreign time. A foreign design to keep my people blind. I'm a rebel in a system that don't.
You know, one thing that really stood out was his massive foofanu that he did.
And he popped his tire 6 times. And
You can say amen, but you really gotta feel it. Then every time you see a snake, your ability seem like everybody tripping.
You can get her going though, you know.
Come on, Cal.
9 to 5 every day, no retreat. You got to have a dollar just to get something to eat. It seems like everybody tripping. Or is it I, crazy lady walking around, shouting curses at the sky? Instrumentals be the lullaby, rhymes stimuli. Now come along and vibe as we praise most high.
Some exercise for the day.
And this year he's really been sending it. He's got a full squish that he's like really happy with, and he's been out there hucking.
Now in this rap consortium, there's a whole coliseum of big rap cats who attacks. Human beings just a microcosm of a
Dill's just, he always wows me, really imaginative rider. Thinks of lines that inspire me. You know, it's pretty cool watching Dill.
I came on injured, and then most of the tour I had to just kind of get back in the swing of things, just relearn my tricks and just get confident again and just get my stoke up, so that's definitely hard.
On the road that I fly, keeping me high, rocking to the day that I die. If I told y'all people once I got no rest in the sky.
Spark things up, DropIn style.
New on board this year was Ryan Schnepf, and that was a super surprise for me because he happens to be my best riding buddy in Kelowna, and I'm actually his protege.
One thing that really stood out in my mind was when he was fully shredding the tennis court jump fence ride that I built. He rode really rad, and you know, sent some biggies this year with us, and it's always good having a fellow sender.
The most progressive rider of the tour this year was Ryan Schnepf. I think he really homed in a lot of tricks that he wanted to learn all year. You know, getting his no-footed cams dialed in. He was doing his suicides over bigger stuff this year, and got nothing dialed in. So he just basically increased his bag of tricks, and it's always good to have, you know, a big old duffel bag of tricks along beside you, helping you rip it up.
As these guys will say, like sometimes I get in a real stabby mood and I just, you know, want to kill everything and everyone.
What are we doing?
We're gonna go play some games.
Oh, Tyler is not budging. Let out a fart or something.
As if I had one in the chamber.
Here we go, the Cameron McCaul.
Oh, sick.
Cam's a crazy little bugger. Like, sometimes I just don't understand him. He's just sporadically, you know, causing mayhem every minute. It's really funny. I get along with him really well. He shreds really hard. Super good dude.
He's a new rookie, so I get to pick on him.
Where's my turn from?
Let's take a look at this.
Losers.
Cam's definitely, he's random, man. It must be those Californians.
What you got there, Cam?
Super nice kid again, and I love to see him shred. Like, the guy gets me really pumped to learn new tricks and new things on the dirt jumps.
He's a kid I never really seen ride before, except for on movies and photos and things like that. So I mean, it's been a pleasure riding with Cam. He's opened my eyes to like the new generation of trickster kids. You know, he's got a big bag of tricks, and it was really fun seeing Cam shred jumps and try to take, you know, some of his mad dirt jump skills to the full free ride, which is very cool.
I've always just pegged him as a dirt jumper. After this show comes out, people will know he's for real. He's a mountain biker.
Traveling the world mountain biking is the best thing I could possibly ask for. That's the life I want. I could just go to all these weird places that otherwise I would never get to go to. Well, if I wasn't riding mountain bikes, I would just be sitting home twiddling my thumbs. It's my life, and I love it. Traveling is something that people always want to get a chance to do in their lifetime, and mountain biking's taking me around the world, so I love it. I'm stoked.
in the Cameron McCaul Steve Romanuik with the one-footed flatty.
Steve. Yeehaw! Woo! That guy grows on you. At first, you know, you can be like, man, this guy, you know, he's out of control. But right now, it's kind of like a brother.
Steve's my buddy, you know, we always hang out together. Just after DropIn last year, we kind of became good friends. Yeah, buddy. Steve's a burler, likes to go big. That's pretty much that's what he likes to do, you know. He's pretty funny. He doesn't like riding up the hills. He wears out his chain, you know.
What do you do?
I was just doing a little break stand, man.
Steve's one-footed flatty off that gap was the biggest style I've ever seen in mountain biking, period. I guess he wanted to represent for his DropIn posse. This was one of the biggest gaps ever done by anyone ever.
I'm sure he was probably battling a couple demons in the old brain. You gotta really tell yourself that it's gonna be all right.
Steve.
It's poetry in motion, man.
That's just bike evolution, you know.
So what you see when you're watching DropIn is the riders always interacting with each other, but in actuality it's the riders and the producers and the filmers all as one big group, like a Brady Bunch or something.
Then we have bus driver. He's kind of the guy that I think kind of gives us the comic relief throughout the whole trip.
Perfect. Hey, I got some paperwork. Hey!
Mike sometimes gets a little mad at us.
Full-time babysitter.
That's when you can tell he's a producer because he's trying to keep us in line. You know, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
You're okay, buddy.
Cool having Darren on the trip for a little while. He's a super fun guy. He just needs to get over his hair twirling, and you know you'll be able to take him way more seriously. Props to Ambrose for bringing another dirtbag to the bus. He's definitely brought a lot of new energy when he showed up.
And then we have our filmer / editor this year, Tony.
Every time he looks through the lens, he's thinking, how can I make this work in the editing room? How can I link it up with the whole episode? What questions am I going to ask these guys after I get this shot while we're interviewing? And he's the guy who envisions the show and makes it what it is.
Some days it was hard, especially up north and after a month of rain, to keep a good perspective, you know.
But we made the best of it, had some wicked pouring rain rides.
A lot of times people, say, oh, you're mountain bikers, don't you love getting muddy? Well, yeah, it's fun once in a while, but it gets real tired when you're soaking top to bottom every single time you ride your bike. It also is really hard on your equipment. There was definitely gloomy, rainy, cold mornings up north.
Our bus is leaking a little bit. It's starting to stink.
Things are getting rough on the old bus these days.
We're
getting back down to primitive mode here.
Yep.
Yeah, you just got to make the best of the situation. Some of the best times I had on the trip were up north.
Whoa!
But I think the gnarliest thing we encountered during the trip as far as riding was those damn skinnies.
There's some little bit of adrenaline there.
Port McNeil boys, they just make the best of living up there and the best of whatever situation you're in.
It's pretty amazing to be able to ride with Bender in Utah for the first time ever on my birthday. That was probably the highlight of the trip. It's like not even 9 a.m. We see Bender out on the cliff.
I want to get the morning going right.
These guys.
Oh yeah, Kinrad, my bro, of course. Like, we went to high school together.
My name's Darren Bearcloth.
I mean, what can you say? The guy's the best in the game.
Hello.
Now he's one of the top riders in the industry, and he's proven to everyone that he can kill it. Definitely pushing the limits, making everyone else push it.
My name is Brickman Coop, and I'm from Port McNeil.
I don't like to see my friends nosedive like that.
But I hope you guys enjoyed that crash.
Followed bear claw and went to the bottom.
Tyler just ate it hard, man.
Oh, I hope I didn't crack anything in here.
That speed compression is just gonna ragdoll me all the way down there.
Stephen's mom. He's asked me to come. First time.
Hang your head really hard. As soon as I landed, the bike just ripped out from underneath me and just rolled her over, bro.
It's been an awesome run, best months of my life.
When I think about the whole drop-in tour, one thing that strikes me is that there's so many different days, so many elements that you tend to just remember a small portion of it.
Girls were
Wait,
yeah, dude.
You should kick her up a notch, dude.
Yeah.
2.5 months on the road, you can imagine the good times that we have. The camaraderie, the riding, the guest riders we run into, all the cool shops, all the cool bros, all the good times. It's just all about a good time. I think that's what Freeride is, and I think that's the message that we try to get across, is that Freeride is basically just the freedom to do what you love to do.
Poo on my shoe? You? All the poop pieces are in Steve in the head.
You know, the old crew. She's a good crew. It's a well-rounded crew. You bring together 8 dirt bags on this bus. You throw them on there. You know, it's amazing how like, you know, focused everyone's been this year.
You would think it'd be pretty tough living and hanging out with the same guys every day, day in, day out. But we got a pretty good crew. Everyone, you know, everyone respects each other and it gets along pretty well.
It's weird when you're traveling around with the same crew all the time. They become like your bros, your family. And anything else that's going on in the outside world just doesn't seem relevant to what you're doing. I became totally oblivious to what's going on in the news and the outside world. You're so isolated from, you know, from actual life that it's hard to remain, you know, it's hard to keep a decent perspective on life at all.
Life is nothing but learning and, you know, growing is one. And just, you know, finding yourself and knowing yourself and proceeding to be the best you can.
Go out, have fun with your friends, and, you know, keep a smile on your face. It's gonna be totally weird going back to the real world, going back to work when I get home. After these last few months of being a low-level bicycle rock star, it's gonna be really hard to go back to being a bike shop employee.
This is our little robot buddy. He's very talkative this morning. Let's see if we can get something to say. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. It's all you. Come on. Oh, did you hear him?
No, you're not.
He's too quiet.